Mm, who rolled yesterday? There was somebody that said they hadn't rolled all year. You rolled yesterday? Okay. That's right. It was supposed to be your turn today. I remembered it was one person one day. So far this seems like we can at least walk around. I didn't like how full it was before. I don't like groups, but at least this seems like it'll work. Oh, you were gone yesterday, weren't you? Right here. Does anybody else need a packet? Yesterday we did adding. Let's see. Okay, who do we got? No. You got the entire thing backwards. So they're coming out. 33, which is probably somewhere up front. Excellent. I know you're happy to go. Oh, do you want to go up to the board? Oh, dang. I thought you looked like you were getting ready to go up to the board. Now, I don't know if what's up at top is like considered too easy, because to me it's zero difference from yesterday. So I'm sure you'd rather start with a super easy question, right? Yeah. Okay. We'll look at this third one. And it says the answer should be negative 3x cubed minus 8x. I was hoping you could explain how we got that answer and how come we can't put together the negative 3 and the negative 8. Okay, so you combine them because they're both x cubes. Perfect.
And then you just use the x alone because it doesn't have the x cubed.
That's excellent. That's a great way to explain it. It's not an x cubed, so you can't combine it with it. When you're doing adding and subtracting, you can only combine the ones that have the same powers. Now, like I said, to me, this is identical from yesterday, because yesterday you still had positive and negative numbers, right? Like, today is about subtracting. So this problem up on top is 100% exactly what you did yesterday. The only difference from what we did yesterday is down here. If you're subtracting a parentheses, a group of things, that minus sign goes to everything on the inside. You're subtracting all of them. So you would subtract 5x, you would subtract minus 2. I am, aren't I? Yeah, I am. But thank you for the reminder, yep. So, again, this is the only difference, is that minus sign is going to get multiplied out. For some of you, it might not be any difference at all. You might have just like kind of already known that because you've done it many times. That's really the only difference, and so it's something I wanted to point out before you did them. So this would become minus 5x. This would become plus 2. So the two negatives make a positive. And then from here, same thing. 3x minus 5x, they're both x's. So that would be negative 2x. And then I would look at the regular numbers. So plus 4 plus 2. And then this would be my answer, because these two can't go together. I mentioned it yesterday, but I kind of just naturally start with the highest power because I'm used to it. But if you start with the highest power first every time, your answer automatically will be written in standard notation, like it's supposed to be. So that shouldn't be something that's going to really alter or change what you do. My guess is you guys probably do that as well. Okay, we have a couple at the bottom we'll go through together, and then that's really all we have for notes. So it's not, today's going to be a pretty easy day, which is a nice way to end the week, and then we can move to a little bit harder on Monday. 5? I'm not sure if it's anybody or not. Taryn, are you 5? Who's 5? Is 5 empty? Oh, Dyra, do you want to go? Are you sure? Okay, okay. 16, somewhere up there. Okay, Zabi? Should we start with this first one, or is that too easy? This upper left, the one that says try these on your own. Yeah, it's hard for me to explain where it is. They're not numbered. Is this one too easy for you? Should we go to a harder one? Okay, you just want to do this one. All right, fair enough. Okay, how do we do it? Would you like some guidance on it? Okay. So first thing I look at, this parentheses has no use at all because there's only one thing inside of it. So I'm not even sure why there's a parentheses there. Parentheses are generally used to group multiple things. If you want to think about it as distributing that minus sign, you can. And then this is going to be 1t cubed plus 8t squared minus 3t cubed. So then what I would do from there is I would find the things that are alike and combine them together. Okay, so what happens when I put them together? What do I get? So we've got 1 minus 3. Perfect. Negative 2. T cubed. So you basically just add and subtract the number in the front. Okay, and then what do I do with the 8t squared? Perfect. We actually don't do anything with it. There's nothing to combine it with. So I just rewrite it in the final answer. Done. All right, nice job, Zabi. FYI, you guys are getting a lot better at doing the calculations in your head. Because I generally try to have you do that when you're answering. At the beginning of the year, every single person pretty much immediately went right for the calculator. So I'm pretty impressed by that. Uh-oh, I heard a bingo ball rolling. And it went in the backpack?
Yeah.
Is that like extra points? Okay, who do we have next?
36.
Somewhere up front. Look at that, both of you got called on already. How about this one right next to it? All of these are about the same difficulty, to be honest. They're all pretty much the same.
Would you do 3x squared minus x squared?
Oh, okay, so you're going directly to that? Yes. What I definitely would do first, and it might be something you're doing in your head, is I would make sure this minus sign goes to all three things. And if you do it in your head, that's fine. That's just something you have to make sure to do. Okay, so you said do 3x squared minus the x squared right there. Okay, good. However you want to explain it, go ahead.
And then do the 2 x's?
There's actually 3 of them, which is kind of weird, but yeah. So we've got a minus x. I'll just write it down. We've got a minus 3x. And then we've got a plus x. So it's kind of separated by the x squareds and by the regular x's. What do we get for an answer when we do that?
Would it be 2 squared for the first?
Sure, 2 of the x squareds. So minus 1, minus 3, which is minus 4,
Yeah.
plus 1, we'll go the other direction, negative 3.
Yeah.
Good. So minus 3x.
Is the 2 negative?
Can't hear you.
Is the 2 negative for the answer?
No. No, because you've got positive, it does it, oh, the equal sign kind of went over to look like a negative.
Yeah.
It's just 3 minus 1. Okay, let me take this last problem here and write it in the vertical way that I kind of forgot to yesterday because the worksheet had a vertical one. And I don't think we have any vertical ones in our packet, unless it's on the next page, but I wasn't going to the next page. I'm also going to skip the part of this packet that talks about 21st century way and old way because I don't think you guys consider them any different. It's just adding and subtracting. So the vertical way, you take the top one, or like the first parentheses, and then you subtract. I can put parentheses if we want. You subtract the second one, but you write them, underneath each other in the same columns, categories. Where'd it go? Plus 6h. Okay, I think we should go with Kaya, who's been texting for the last 5 minutes. What are you doing? However you want. If you want some guidance, I can guide you, but you could certainly just tell me what to do. Thanks. In that upper corner. I totally apologize. I didn't hear a word you said.
I said it's 3h squared plus 4h plus 10h squared plus 6h and then minus 6h, sorry.
Oh, so you would just change. You distributed this out.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. So you changed the problem to addition instead, which works. I'll just keep it vertical, but it doesn't matter. But correct. So you distribute that out, and this becomes a plus. Positive 10h squared minus 6h, sure.
And then it's 13h squared and then minus 2h.
Perfect, perfect. So if you guys prefer to do them vertically like this, you're welcome to. For some people, it really helps them to line them up to like understand how to combine the like terms. If it helps you, feel free to do it. I don't know. Should we do that last problem, or are we feeling good about this? Do you guys have a preference? Well, apparently moving desks did not help responses. Let's just call on the last person and do it. 24. Oh. Well, you can do it, or you can call another person. Oh, you're going to do it? Okay. So you just tell me what to do. If it's easier for you just to write the answer, do that. Otherwise. Oh, okay. What was the first thing we basically did when we had a minus sign in front of parentheses? Distributed out is the wording I was used, but you basically make everything the opposite, right? So this would say 5m plus 3 minus 6m cubed plus 2m squared. Are you okay with where these signs came from? Yeah. Okay. So what's the answer? What do I do for the answer here? Okay.
So what we can combine is the negative 6m to the third. So negative 4.
Good thought. However, these are,
It's a 3.
I have bad writing, yes.
So you can't combine it.
Correct. Can't combine anything, so what order would I write them?
The highest.
Okay, so just tell me the,
Negative 6m.
good?
Plus 2m to the third.
Yep, I know what you meant.
Plus 5m.
Perfect.
Plus 3.
Yep, good. And honestly, it's not wrong if you leave them in a different order. The only reason you're probably going to want to do this is like if you're matching up answers on multiple choice. I just want you to be in the habit of doing it, but I want to clarify it's not wrong over here. Okay, let's be done because there's honestly nothing different to do.